What's up everybody on YouTube? AJ Rose back to discuss another video, and today we're going to be talking about the Damian Lillard trade to the Milwaukee Bucks. Man, thank God it finally happened right before the NBA season, like a week before training camp. Damian Lillard officially traded to the Milwaukee Bucks from the Portland Trail Blazers after spending 11 seasons there. And he requested the trade back in July, so it's almost been a full 3 months because this is the last week of September. I'm just glad it finally happened, and of course his preferred destination was Miami, but I don't think he's going to be too mad with playing with Giannis. And of course he made a couple of tweets saying how he's excited to be in Milwaukee. He's going to be playing with Giannis, of course, but then also Chris Middleton is still there. You still have Bobby Portis, who's a good defender and has improved his three-point shot dramatically. And then Brook Lopez, who was a defensive player of the year candidate and has continued to get better on both sides, and he can shoot the three really well. And they still have a really good team in the championship contender for sure. In the East, it'll be between them, Boston, I guess the 76ers, but you still don't know with the James Harden situation and how big of a mess that is. But of course, Miami Heat, they're the defending Eastern Conference champions, so you have to put them in the mix regardless. They're always going to be competitive and tough in the playoffs, even if they just coast through the regular season. But y'all, of course, see the title of this video. We're going to be talking about if Dame and Giannis is the next NBA's great big duo. And of course, there's a lot of good duos in the league. You look in the Western Conference with D-Book and Kevin Durant. Of course, Nikola Jokic and Jamal Murray, who you can argue are the best duo right now because they did just win the championship. Of course, Steph and Clay. Well, I don't know if you want to put them as a duo, but just the Golden State trio, I guess you can add them in the mix, even though it's not necessarily a duo. And just a lot of different teams. So we're going to be talking about if Dame and Giannis have the potential to be an all-time great duo. But before I get into this video, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and turn on post notifications. I post videos about sports, lifestyle, and pop culture. Thank God there's some NBA news now right before the season, right before training camp, and a little less than a month before the season. So with that being said, let's get into the video. Man, Damian Lillard. I'm glad he's finally getting this chance to compete at a high level with Giannis. And of course, Giannis was saying how he was unsure if he was going to stay with the Bucks long term and probably wasn't going to sign that extension. But I'm pretty confident now. The Bucks just showed him that they're ready to contend for years to come. And Damian Lillard still has 4 years left on his contract. So Giannis has until October 23rd to sign that new contract extension. I'm pretty sure there's a good chance he may do so, but only time will tell. The team is really freaking good now, and of course they lost Jrue Holiday, and they only got Dame back, but I mean, I'm pretty sure they wouldn't trade. It seems like the Portland Trail Blazers just didn't want to do business with Miami. They didn't have a good enough package, but I can make the argument that this package wasn't that crazy because the Blazers got Jrue Holiday, who's likely going to end up getting traded or something like that. The Blazers aren't going to be a championship contender. And then they got DeAndre Ayton, which is solid for them for sure. I'm a Devin Booker fan personally, so I'm not really too mad at DeAndre Ayton being out of there. I was unhappy with how he played in the 2021 finals and just the attitude and stuff like that, but that's me going on a tangent with that. But the Blazers also got a 2029 is crazy, Milwaukee first round pick, and then the 2028 and 2030 Milwaukee pick swaps. The Suns for sure helped facilitate this trade and get it done as well, being the third team involved, getting Jusuf Nurkic, which he's injury prone at times, but I'm sure he could help. Grayson Allen, a solid 3-and-D player despite his reputation. Nazir Little, solid defender for sure, and then Keon Johnson as well. So I feel like all three teams involved got a good piece of the pie in terms of the trade. Looking at it, the Bucks, they for sure ascend to the top of the Eastern Conference for me, and also they have to be the championship favorite across the league, even though of course you have the Denver Nuggets, who you have to respect them because they just won the championship and this could be their first of multiple for them. But you also have to look at teams in the West like the Suns, like the Lakers even, because now they have that same team that they had from their trade deadline from the jump, and they added people as well. So it's going to be a team. But Milwaukee, I feel like they just have the better starting five and even a six-man as well. So when you have a team like that that's top heavy, but you still have some pieces and people that can step up, the Bucks can be really scary for real. And really, Dame's going to provide a new dynamic that Giannis hasn't seen before, having a scoring guard like that. And also the same for Dame, because he's never had a player like Giannis, a superstar, an all-time great like Giannis on a team with him. Giannis and Dame together, that's a crazy stacked duo for sure. I mean, Dame made the 75 team, Giannis made the 75 team as well. Like, these are all-time great players we're talking about. And them playing together, and I know that Damian Lillard is 33 years old, and Giannis, he turns 29 in December, but he's still in his prime for sure. They have the chance to potentially win a couple of championships, honestly, and they're for sure going to buy in. Of course, they have first-year head coach Adrian Griffin, so he's from the Toronto Raptors, but Terry Stotts, who was also Dame's coach in Portland for a long time, he's assistant coach there, so that's going to help Dame feel comfortable as well. So I just feel like a lot of things are shaping up to be really special in Milwaukee. Of course, Dame's coming from Portland to Milwaukee, not really the craziest and most flashiest cities, but it's not about that. It's about winning a championship, and that's what he wants to do. And I don't think really anyone can question his loyalty and what he was to Portland. I mean, we all know that they just maxed out there. They never had enough, and unfortunately, that's what it is with the NBA. Not everyone can play for for one team their entire career. Only a few are blessed to be able to do so and still win championships and be all-time greats like the Steph Currys of the world, Kobe, Magic Johnson, and things of that nature. Even LeBron, who's one of the greatest players of all time, number 2 in my opinion. I don't want to hear y'all hate right now. He had to move teams, and that's okay. We still recognize him as being arguably the greatest player of all time, even though, in my opinion, he's number 2. When you look at the Eastern Conference, though, talking about their biggest foe, I think it's for sure Boston. Of course, Boston, they lost that series against Miami, but I do think the addition of Kristaps Porzingis opens up a new dynamic for the Celtics as well. Of course, losing Marcus Smart does hurt their overall leadership and defensive mentality and things of that nature, but I feel like they'll continue to get better. And Joe Mazzulla, going into his second season as a Boston head coach, he's going to be able to learn from his mistakes last year. We can expect Jason Tatum to continue to get better. Of course, Jaylen Brown just got his contract, so those two being one of the best duos in the league, they're going to for sure provide a huge threat to the Milwaukee Bucks, but it's still going to be tough. I just can't see really anyone in the East messing with the Bucks like that. Of course, injuries and things of that nature happen, so only time will tell. And of course, we also have this new NBA tournament. We don't necessarily know how that's going to affect the entire season in terms of just the unknown, not seeing anything like that happen yet. But ultimately, the goal is to win a championship. It's not really about the NBA Cup. I mean, that's cool, I guess. A new thing to be up for during the regular season. But in terms of lifting that Larry O'Brien trophy, the Milwaukee Bucks definitely have one of the best chances in the league. So if I ask myself this question in the video, does Giannis and Dame have the potential to be the NBA's great next duo? I would say yes, for sure. Dame's game doesn't necessarily rely on athleticism. And now with Dame on the court, Giannis has someone else who can take pressure off of him. Now teams just can't sag off of Giannis or things like that because now he has someone that's going to facilitate, get people involved, and be a threat from the three-point line and further because Dame has range. He's an all-time great shooter. So now that opens up the floor for Giannis, Brook Lopez, and just really the whole team in general. They're going to continue to get better throughout the year. There could be some rough patches, of course, starting off, forming that camaraderie and chemistry. Once the Bucks start to get things going together, I think things could be really scary, and they have a chance to be really special and put Milwaukee back on the map after winning in 2021. They could win next year in 2024. Only time will tell, but I really think this is going to make the 2023-24 season very, very entertaining and interesting. I'm excited for it, and y'all let me know in the comments down below what you think about this trade. Damian Lillard going to Milwaukee. I'm sorry if any of y'all are Miami Heat fans. I think y'all still will be competitive for sure, but Milwaukee fans and Bucks fans and everyone involved, shout out to y'all. Y'all have a chance to win another championship. I appreciate you guys watching always. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on post notifications. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at SwaggyRuss. And also on TikTok at SwaggyRuss02 for cooking videos, shorts, content, and things of that nature. More videos are on the way, guys. I'm so excited this trade happened and just stuff like this to happen. It's almost the NBA season. Basketball is my favorite sport. I love football as well, but the NBA and basketball, it'll be unmatched forever for me. I love basketball. I love hoops. And of course, stay tuned for more pop culture videos as well. The writer's strike just ended, thank God. So more video about Marvel, DC, and things like that on the way. But yeah, y'all stay tuned for more videos. Y'all be blessed. Love y'all. Know that you can do anything, and y'all have a good one.